Elf is a Christmas movie. It stars Will Ferrell as an elf named Buddy, and that is literally all I know. I have never seen the movie. But it's also a GBA game, released in November 2004 in North America and February 2005 in Europe. What few reviews I could find for it were not too kind. Nintendo Power mentions simple gameplay only fit for kids, while My Gamer calls it the worst game on the GBA and claims that it'll lower your IQ. Luckily, my last IQ test came back negative, so I don't have to concern myself with that. What I do concern myself with is achievements, and the ones for this game are pretty easy. Out of 19 achievements, 14 are progression-based, 3 are score-based, and 2 are tied to a minigame. I'm not going to go too in-depth about them, just know that you earn one for completing each stage. Speaking of the stages, there isn't really a trend as far as mechanics. There's platforming, memorization, color association, it is all over the place. I guess a quick explanation is needed. Outside of completing the stages, your goal is to get as many points as possible for the 15,000 point achievement. You earn points in multiple ways depending on what the goal of the stage is, but for the majority of the game, you're looking to collect candies. The M&M shapes are 10 points, the lollipops are 25 points, and I think those are acorns? Those are worth 50. You'll also see stars sprinkled throughout these ugly ass stages that refill your health bar. Now, I know that the GBA wasn't exactly a powerhouse, but does this shit have to be this ugly? I mean, look at this level. It looks like Santa Claus showed up, puked all over my screen, and then tried to clean it up, but missed a lot of chunks. Anyway, it's hard to find a reason to talk about these first 3 levels, because they're essentially the same thing. Just know that 8 minutes into the raw footage, I've already made it to stage 4, and that's with about 2 minutes of it just sitting on the menu screen at the start. But once we hit stage 4, it at least changes things up. Not necessarily for the better, but still different. I can't lie, I died a couple of times because I found the controls to be god-awful, and I don't know if that's because of the controller I was using or a game issue, but either way, this stage sucked ass. Sometimes I would fall into the water when I felt like I shouldn't have, and this stage also showcases, in my personal opinion, what this game struggles with the most, and that's game design. Like in this spot here, you're waiting for a moving platform and you have to keep walking back and forth away from the polar bear because you can't see it if you stay right up above the bear. It also takes a full 25 seconds for it to move down and then back up, so I'm just standing here with my thumb up my ass waiting. After we finish up with that abomination, we get to the next mechanic in the game, which is sledding. I can't lie, this entire playthrough felt like nothing but filler stretched out as far as they could possibly make it go. This stage consists of collecting candies and clocks to extend the time and avoiding obstacles. If you go over the rocks, it slows you down, and if you go over the puddles, it speeds you up. And that's it. That's the level. Just sled down the hill for 4 minutes while your eyes reach the verge of bleeding. I did grab the achievement for 5,000 points during this level though. After that, we go back to another basic platforming stage that introduces trees, ducks, and raccoons. I have quite literally seen more variety in a mobile game ad. The raccoons are nothing, but the ducks are honestly a pain in the ass because you can't see them 80% of the time, so it's a guessing game of am I going to get hit or am I not. And I didn't mention it earlier in the ice stage, but the hitboxes in this game are inconsistent at best. I think the only consistent thing is how damn ugly this entire game is from top to bottom. I mean, look at these goofy-ass raccoons and tell me that that doesn't look like a lemur model from a Madagascar game that's been slightly darkened. But through all the ugliness, every stage has took me anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, even though they all felt like 15-minute ordeals. But this next stage is truly an ordeal. Now we get to what I think is the worst stage by far, partially because the game tells you absolutely nothing at any point during this adventure. You have to collect 20 Christmas lights, crossing the street multiple times. Luckily, the vehicles do have a pattern and you can sprint across the street, but you only have so much sprint, so don't sprint too much or you run out. Oh, and your health slowly depletes, but you can refill it at any revolving doors, but good luck finding them if you're as stupid as I am. By the way, you can't just walk and save your sprint meter or you're not going to be fast enough to make it to the end before your health is gone. But that's okay, because did you know that your sprint actually refills if you stop moving? Of course you didn't, because the game didn't tell you shit about its mechanics. I legitimately spent 20 minutes on this level because me and the game are both stupid idiots. Next, we completely switch it up again and now have to rotate pipes to send colored packages to the corresponding chute. Then we have to play a memory game on an elevator to get to the right floor. And we do get our achievement for reaching 10,000 points on this one. And then we also get our achievements for sorting the mail 3 different times. And again, this is more of that filler that I was talking about earlier, because why do we need to do this exact same thing 3 times? And now we completely flip the script again and go into this awful snowball fight. This is another one of those levels that doesn't tell you anything important, but I found out that you can move because I went into the achievement comment section for this level and someone had commented in there. So a big shout out to Color Printer. And with that being said, I also found out that you can use this level to farm points for the 15,000 point achievement. Shout out to Nuzgok for that one. All you have to do is keep hitting Santa to add more time, and you get points every time that you hit an elf. I did it just to make sure that I didn't have to play through the game again. It does mean that you have to play this level more than once, or at least I had to, and in the end it turned out that I didn't even need to do that to hit the 15,000, but whatever. Anyway, more focused on the stage itself, there seems to be a bug that makes the elf stop spawning. Someone in the comments mentioned it, and my first 2 times through this level it happened to me. But apparently the move is to just go to the left side, and as long as you have 2 elves spawned there, you're good. Though I don't know what the score threshold is since, well, you know, the game does not tell you. Now we move on to helping Santa out. This time we have to deliver presents to the matching house. The wrapping paper will be the color of the house, and the bow will be the color of the door. Sometimes you'll get a white box with an orange bow, and I think that those can go to any house. If you can't tell by now, by the way, the game has still not stopped being ugly yet. I mean, look at Buddy's model. He looks like a South Park Canadian with those construction paper legs. And again, I don't know what the score threshold is. I hit 30 and passed, so take that for what you will. And now we're back to platforming, climbing trees and looking for Santa's nuts, while avoiding park rangers on horses. It's no different than the previous ones, just darker and uglier. I have never seen Christmas look so bland and gross. The final stage has you controlling Santa's sleigh itself. It's another manage your energy while your health depletes over time level. This time, instead of collecting lights, you have to fly and collect bells. It's not that bad, but the highest bells can be annoying since you can't see them when you're on the ground and you can't continuously fly. So if those are the last ones you have left, you're basically just flying up and hoping that it's at the right time. We save Christmas, and that's the end of the game. Or at least I wished at this point. We still have the mini-games, and even though only one of the 3 have achievements tied to it, I figured I'd take at least a quick look at all of them. We'll start with the ones that don't have achievements. Santa Says is a simple memory game. Santa tells you what order to select the toys, and you put them in the bag. Nothing crazy. Next up is the Cobbler's Workshop. In this one, you're looking to suck up shoes coming from the conveyor belts and put matching pairs into the box below. Again, it is simple, nothing to it. But the last and worst one is the snowman building. There's 2 achievements tied to this minigame, one for clearing 5 levels and one for clearing all 10. You have to roll snowballs in order of size to make a snowman, obviously starting with the biggest one on the bottom. The thing is, I don't know what this type of puzzle is called, but I absolutely hate them. I'm not a fan of puzzles really in any form, so this was absolute torture. I made it through the first 5 levels until I opened up a video guide to finish it. If you look at the comments for this game, you'll see that everyone is in agreement that level 6 is one of the worst things to ever exist, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. There is absolutely no way I would have ever got this finished if I didn't use a guide. But we push through that hell and get the mastery. This game is bad. It's ugly. It controls like shit. It has no clear vision. It's just shovelware garbage that was common from that era. There's not a single redeeming quality. This one earns the plastic sport of shame. But don't worry, there's plenty more shovelware waiting under the tree, I'm sure. But that's the end of the video. As always, if you enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe to see what I play next. And if you have a suggestion for a game that you think I should play, let me know what it is. I'll see you next time.